Welcome back everyone to another technical analysis, and today we are taking a look back at LTC coin. Now the week is pretty bearish. Since Monday we had decent downward movement, and now we have this liquidity area where we had multiple liquidity zones here and right now as well, which led once again to the 100 EMA on the 4-hour time frame, and potentially is going to lead to this 200 EMA mark, which then would mean that we will fill this 200 EMA mark. So what we are looking for here is overall the movement towards this 200 EMA line, which would fill once again this CME gap. Once we see this would be a proper foundation for a further movement to the upper zones. Now zooming out, we can see that there is still some room to grow up until 104-ish area. So that's our current target as of now. Now, I think we took the proper look on the 4-hour time frame. Now going to the smaller time frames, 30-minute time frame, to give the proper understanding of what we want to see. Now, what we want to see is a proper breakdown from this area here, which means some kind of break or structure. This is not a market structure break anymore, because market structure break happened in this region when we had a switch in the trend. So now we're looking for the break or structure, and as soon as we see the next 30-minute candle, as everyone knows, I think, who've been watching us, who like the 30-minute candles much more than 15-minute candles. So what we want to see is breakdown from here. If we see the breakdown, this would be our ideal entry for a short position, with short being, let's take here this liquidity area. Stop loss has to be near this bigger candle, the first wave of the sell side, and target, of course, this lower side. Now risk and reward ratio in this case is like 1 to 7 to 1 or something like this, but actually stop losses has to be slightly here, because this was the secondary wave after this wickish candle here. So still the risk and reward ratio is 1 to 7 to 1 basically. Now this is the short position that we are looking for, and going once again to the 4-hour time frame quickly. Once we see this downward movement, we are going to look for some kind of movement like this. So let me get the path. So we have this downward movement here. Now we would like to see maybe some kind of liquidity movement below this EMA, but eventually a market structure break, which would lead to the further movement to the upper zone. So this would be our entry position to the long entry, and this would mean a position of opening somewhere in this region. Now stop loss in this case has to be near this area. So if this is the entry, then this is the stop loss for us. So SL, let's put stop zone, so leaving it approximately here, and target would be first one here, so $122, and secondary target, so the last target would be $140-ish. So in this case, risk and reward ratio is more than 1 to 5 basically. Even if we get back to this first target, risk and reward ratio is, we can call it like 1 to 5. And with this, it's basically, let's take a look, so 1 to 10 basically. So that's overview on the LTC coin that we see right now. If we see that sellers will overtake this area, then we are going to enter into a short position. But if we see any kind of buy side dominance in this region, then there is a potential to take a long position once we see the breakout from this region here, and we see a market structure break happening not this here, but not here. So that's it for the LTC coin. Quick overview, but all the necessary information has been given. As always, thanks for watching this video, and see you tomorrow.